Here we are in section 4.3, exercises part C, the exam review. We're going to go ahead and do 24 through 30 in this video, but we've given us some space so we can see what's going on. We're trying to write equations of lines with the slopes and the points. Now, here's the process of going through to make sure we get these right. First of all, we stick in the slope. Now, there were two ways of doing that. We have two shortcuts. The first one is when we have an y equals mx plus b, and we stick the slope right there. The other one was when it was written standard form, and if you have this guy right here, the slope is the opposite of a over b. So we will work out each of these problems in both of these methods, both of these formats. You only need to choose one of them that you like the best, and that's perfectly fine. So we'll follow this process, sticking in the slope and then sticking in the point that we're given and then solving it and rewriting it. So let's go ahead and divide this right here, and we're going to do the y equals mx plus b on the left hand side. So write an equation of line that has slope equals 2. So that means our equation is automatically going to look like y equals 2x plus b. Now we don't know what those are yet, but now we're going to stick in the point. The point is negative 4, 1. So we stick a negative 4 in for x and a 1 in for y, and then we solve this. So we get 1 equals 2 times negative 4 is negative 8 plus a b. Well, yeah, we can solve that. B equals 9. We add 8 to both sides. So we solved. That was step number 3. And step number 4, rewrite it with the answer. Y equals 2x plus a 9. Good. So over here with the other format, if this is 2 over 1, it would be written as 2x minus y equals a number c. So we stick in this point, negative 4, 1, right here, negative 4, 1, and we get 2x, 2 times negative 4. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, minus 1 is a negative 9. And then we rewrite that as a whole equation. So those are our two answers. Let's double check those. Yeah, 24, y equals 2x plus 9, or 2x minus y equals negative 9. Good. The next one, number 25. We have write an equation of the line that has slope equals 3/7. Okay, start right there. Y equals 3/7 x plus b. And goes through the point negative 14, 6. So step number 2, stick in that point. Negative 14 there and 6 there. Step number 3, solve. So we have 6 equals 3/7 times negative 14. Negative 3/7 times negative 14, that's a 14 over a 1. Cancel. You can punch that in your calculator and you get negative 6 plus b. Step number 3, solve. Yeah, add 6 to both sides. So we get b equals 12. Step number 4, write that equation out again. Y equals 3/7 x. We now know what the m is, and now we know what the b is. So that will be our answer. Some people will stop when they get B and say, hey, our answer is 12, but it says write the equation of the line. So we have to write down this whole equation. Okay, using the other shortcut, slope is 3/7. It means 3x, opposite sign, 7y equals, and then we stick in the point, negative 14 right here, and 6 right there. And we get, when we stick those in, 3 times negative 14 is a negative 42, minus 7 times 6 is 42. That's a negative 84. So we rewrite the whole equation up there with a negative 84. Let's double check that. Yes, y equals 3/7 x plus 12, or 3x minus 7y equals negative 84. Good. Number 26. Write an equation of the slope line that has slope m equals negative 2/3. So we would write y equals a negative 2/3 x plus b. That's what we know it's going to look like that. And then we, step number 2, stick in the point 0, 0. So let's stick 0 in right here and 0 in right there. And we get 0 equals 0 plus b. Hey, that was nice. B equals 0. So step number 4, rewrite the whole equation now that we know what it is. Negative 2/3 x plus 0 is gone. We don't need that guy. Let's take him off of there. Good. All right, let's do the other one now. We have minus a over b, so a is 2x plus 3y, notice opposite signs, equals, and let's stick in the point 0, 0. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 times 0 is 0, and that equals 0. So now we rewrite the equation with 2x plus 3y equals 0. Let's double check our answer there. Number 26, y equals negative 2/3 x, or 2x plus 3y equals 0. Good. On to number 27. Write an equation of the line that has slope equals negative 5/2. So we stick that in, y equals negative 5/2 x plus b, and goes through the point 2, negative 3. Let's stick that in, 2 right there, and negative 3 comes over there. So now we solve. Negative 3 equals negative 5/2 times 2 plus a b. Negative 5/2 times 2, those cancel, and we get negative 5. So we get negative 3 equals negative 5 plus b. b equals, add 5 to both sides, and we get 2. Good, we solved. Now let's rewrite it. So we get y equals, the slope is negative 5/2 x plus b, which we now know is 2. And there's your equation of the line. With the standard form shortcut of m equals negative a over b, slope is negative 5/2. This will give us 5x plus 2y equals, and now let's stick in those numbers. Stick a 2 right here and a negative 3 right there. And what do we get? 5 times 2 is 10, plus a negative 6. 10 minus 6, that's a 4. So we rewrite the whole equation as 5x plus 2y equals 4. All right, let's check our answer. And there we have y equals negative 5/2 x plus 2, or 5x plus 2y equals 4. And either one of those answers is okay. Number 28. We now have, let's divide those up, write an equation of the line that has slope equals 7. So we get y equals mx, so 7x plus our b. We don't know what the b is yet. Oh wait, it gave us the intercept, 0, 5. Look at that, so we do know that. We'll go through and do it the long way just to make sure, but yeah, if you stick in 0 for x and 5 for y, you get 5 equals 7 times 0 plus b, and when you solve it, b equals 5. That's why this is called the slope-intercept form. They gave us 5. So we actually could have skipped right to the end and written slope x plus the intercept. Good. Using the standard form, we have 7 over 1, so that's 7x minus, opposite sign, y equals, and then stick in 0, 5. So 7 times 0 is 0 minus 5 is a negative 5. So we write 7x minus y equals negative 5. All right, let's check that answer. Y equals 7x plus 5, or 7x minus y equals negative 5. Correct. And then number 29. So slope is negative 1/4. So we're getting y equals negative 1/4 x plus our b, and we don't know what b is. This isn't the y-intercept that was given. So we stick in this point, negative 4, 7. So negative 4 here and 7 there, and we get 7 equals negative 1/4 times negative 4 is a positive 1 plus b. Solve for b, and we get b equals 6. So that must mean our equation has slope negative 1/4. We already knew that. Negative 1/4 x plus 6 plus b. Good. And to do the other one, we have 1x, opposite sign, plus 4y equals, and then we stick in the point negative 4 and 7. That's negative 4 plus 28 equals 24. So we know what the x and y combination have to equal, so we can rewrite it as x plus 4y equals 24. Good, let's double check those answers. Y equals negative 1/4 x plus 6, or x plus 4y equals 24. Great. And number 30 says create a visual chart. Oh, how valuable the visual chart is. So it should be on a piece of paper. Yeah, big piece of paper here, and you're going to divide it up. Put your name on here with, this is for lines and graphing. And one whole section up at the top should be on graphing. Yeah, we should have a whole section on graphing. You can graph by, don't forget, pick and stick, or you can graph by intercepts, or you can graph based on finding one point and a slope. Yeah, you can do any of these three. So you should have examples of these down here. Intercepts. Now an x-intercept is done by sticking 0 in for y, so that's the x-intercept. And a y-intercept happens when x is 0. So yeah, you should have a whole box, whole section of the graphing and how to pull it out of an equation. Over here, you should have a whole section on slope itself. What do steep slopes mean? How do you know if it's slanted up and to the right or down and to the right? The formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Do you fully understand that you can switch in places, y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2, and get the exact same thing? Do you know what a slope of 0 looks like? Do you know what a slope that is undefined looks like? And how does that work? Pulling slope out of equations right here, when you look at the different equation forms that are available for shortcuts, like y equals the slope times the x plus the y-intercept, y equals mx plus b, that this allows you to graph very quickly when you know these shortcuts, that it goes through always the point 0, whatever that number is, and the slope is right in front of x. If you like the shortcut with this one, have you learned how to use that? Put some examples from the book, from the homework that we've just barely put in there. And then make sure you have how to write equations of lines here. Write equations should be in here as well. And how to know if where to put the slope and where to put the points. Yeah, make it look nice, make it good, make it real, and so it will be valuable for you as a visual representation of everything we've learned in this section. Good.